All right, so I am here with Jennifer. She's the founder of Birth Culture, which is get this, y'all, youth doula training organization. It is definitely a unicorn. It is not like anyone else. And she is on the BirthSync platform with her training organization. And so I just want to clap it out for Jennifer. Jennifer, please tell us about Birth Culture. And
Sure.
then
Okay.
you can slide on into just maybe, what you are finding in the platform or what you're doing. I'm all ears.
Okay. Yeah. So Birth Culture is a doula training program. It's a nonprofit for youth ages 16 to 24. It's a 15-week training program. So not your regular schmegula doula training. We go from menstruation all the way through the postpartum, how to care, C-section bodies, everything. And because it's youth, I needed tech. Okay. We were doing things like the old school way, like, putting notes on our phone and things of that nature. And I'm a nonprofit. I'm not a for profit. I can't get away with doing things like that, even though I think even for profit shouldn't do that because we need a clean system. But as a nonprofit, I need to be able to collect data on how things are properly working to be able to get funding. I need to be able to see where we need tweaks, where we need to work on communications. I need systems that can really focus on building us out, but also track, record, with also not exposing information about clients. So
Mhm.
we do not take insurance, but I want my students to already get HIPAA compliant types of training and understanding on how to work with their clients. And I think
It's
this
really
interface,
important.
yes, it's so good because we're able to do all the communication and it's not on their phone where when they're
Mhm.
texting their friends and their boyfriends and whatever, and people can also see their things. And it's like we have a system. You log in, it times you out and log you out. And I think that's really good. I do enjoy the scheduling. Oh my God. Texting teens, texting teens and calling them. First of all, they don't like being on the phone, and I'm like, hello, let's get on the phone.
Let's talk.
And so having to go on there and just like, hey, schedule, add a task, come on, update your schedule. What's your next birth availability for the next 3 months or the next 6 months? So right now we're running on a 3-month system, and so we have the graduates and the mentors. And get that, my previous graduates are now mentors, so that's double the youth having to track down to communicate with. And our previous graduate they're a lot better with communication, but
Mhm.
we have younger people now. Each
Mhm.
time it's younger and younger.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we have the task that's added. I had one student chart a client's birth experience and a postpartum. And that's how I do it. So I have the mentor added as the main doula, and then I have the backup doula, and then I have the student be able to be on board. So I have, if I know a lot of you guys are not training people, but if you have a backup doula, you can share the same space and both be able to try on that client. So just in
Mhm.
case you're not on that birth and you have to rush in there, you don't have to have a whole debrief. It's all
Mhm.
there already.
Yes,
And so
yes.
like that was like
Yes,
and
was it clock it?
yes. It's amazing. So I had one last minute client, not even, another doula ended up having a client that went into labor while she was out of the country. And it was very much like, um, early, way early. And so she's like, please, can you take her on? I'm like, yes. And I'm like running errands and doing things. I was able to sit down, put all her information in the system from the information the doula gave me, give her a call on board, and then add the students based on the availability and the mentors, and then send out a text. Hey, it's added. Add a task. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do that. And so
That's
instead of,
amazing.
yes, and in the appointments, I'm like, they had this conversation, right? And then maybe they may have missed to mention something. I will go and say, hey, add a task here, mention this and this and that, send them a text message and send that, or use the client portal. Now, this client didn't use the portal, but you don't even have to text or call
Yeah,
your
yeah, like
clients.
it's in
You
app.
just
We have
send them in the app the information. So I have a file like document thing where I have like some of the evidence-based birth research. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're really good.
Mhm.
So I have their like research handouts and everything. And I'm like, hey, big babies, let's put this handout on that and then look at the research on that. And whenever I do find research, I compile it into a document and I just upload it. I don't have to
So
like
you're utilizing the provider resource section
resources.
or
Yes.
the client resource section. So BirthSync, of
Mm-hmm.
course, has
Yep.
providers, whereas if you are managing a team like Jennifer, you can upload what your providers or your caregivers are using as their
Mm-hmm.
resource, and then you have a second tab for the clients, and you can upload stuff for the clients that your
Client
providers
resources.
can
Yep.
send them on behalf of the agency, so that information too is tracked. So that's like all of this stuff in education, like this is
It's
what I had in
meshing
mind when I was
together.
building. Yeah, it just meshes together.
Yes.
So
And I
I'm
even
glad you
have
were
a like
finding.
I know you guys have it where you can actually see BirthSync has it where you can see the birth plan, and it's like really easy to read. It's not like all this gibberish, like a lot of words. And so I originally had a birth plan template that they would use to kind of work things in, and I did upload it on there just in case they need to have more of a
Mhm.
thing, but they are required to put it on there exactly like how they have it, and they literally just look, okay, yeah, she said this, and it's colorful. So it's
Mhm.
not like you're reading like black and white and trying to figure
Mhm.
out what it is. Like you'll see the colors and you will find exactly what you need quicker. Like everything's so
That's awesome.
quick. And we use the screening. So we
Oh,
use
yes, the
the
screenings. I'm so
nutrition
glad you mentioned
assessment.
that. Yes.
Yes, the nutrition assessment we use, and then we use the self-care assessment. I'm wondering if I should use the pass because it's a lot more
It's more
longer,
intense.
and I think it'd be
EPDS,
great.
yeah, PASS I think is 30 questions and EPDS is 10. I think I
Yeah,
got that right. So you could use EPDS still as a screening. They
yeah.
both screen the same type of postpartum depression anxiety.
Okay.
You could use either one, the shorter one, depends on your population or what you think their needs are. But yeah, you have access to
Okay.
them, under she's under enterprise. So,
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
everything's unlocked pretty much, including the reporting for enterprise clients, and both of those screenings are available to you, and you can send it to them too.
Yes. And I like that feature because you don't have to use everything. You use what you want, which is
Mhm.
why with the Connect 360, I upload all of the training videos on how I want their flow of their appointments to be. So
Yeah,
at
that's
this
awesome.
appointment, yeah, this appointment you do this screening, and this appointment you do that screening, and this is how you want it to be. So I use both of her systems, and so it makes it seamless and very seamless. And then they like to navigate the note taker. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's my second. This is the second review I've had of that AI note taker. It is really, really cool. It is really cool to
Yes.
be able to just pop your notes right into the, yeah.
And so I'm like, you're at the birth, you can't really like,
Yeah.
it's one of those intense moments. So you're like, client is this, that, blah, 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 like, and then it just put the note down for you. And so I'm like, don't get too comfortable with technology because they're younger. I'm trying to, but
They need to
but
learn how to, yeah, be
yeah, but
resourceful.
when it's intense, they can lean on it, and I love
Yeah.
that because then there won't be any gap of information. I can read the birth, like I can tell exactly what happened because it's the labor snapshot.
Yeah, yeah,
Girl, that was
yeah.
that.
And that was
So
really something, Jen, an idea you gave me in one of our early conversations was like, this is what I have my students do. And I'm like, well, I bet that's probably kind of cumbersome if they don't have a standardized process to capture that labor support and to track it and know how many
mhm.
hours of support and everything. So, I definitely credit Birth Culture's founder for, kind of innovating me to build out the labor snapshot, and put it inside of
Thank you.
BirthSync,
I'm glad I helped
for
that
users.
way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah. You credit
one
that
of
one.
my one of my mentors who's also a graduate, she was like, Miss Jen, oh my God, finally. She's like, to sit there and just take the notes and it refreshed and I had to start all over again. And she was like, oh, the way I did it before. She's like,
Oh,
I
okay,
was just
okay.
yeah, not the labor snatch. She was like, oh man, I would just be like, I'll go home and do it from memory because this is too much. And when I showed her this, she was just like, thank God. Because it was so easy and it was not so much it, like this Dropbox
Yeah, you
things,
did
and
and only
so
what you
much
need
typing.
to. Mm-hmm.
When I did it, it was like a lot of type,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, like,
yeah.
and it was just a bit much. Like you can't do that and also be
And do
hands-on.
care. Mm-hmm.
It was not
Awesome.
working.
I
Yeah.
thank you so much, Jennifer. This was so good. And I'm so glad that you have the youth training up in the birthing space because
Yes.
again, they're, just they're innovative and they are creative themselves and of course familiar with tech. So it's great that BirthSync is able to provide that, that structure for you, for technology.
Yes. I
So
always say if you can teach young people, or then you can teach anybody. So the fact that they can use this easily means that just about anybody can use this easily. It's
yeah.
not even about being tech savvy or anything. Saying this is a tech thing, it doesn't even feel like it's techy. It
Hmm.
just feels
It's like a partner,
like,
just a tool that just, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then I also have my mentor coordinator. So she comes in and she approves the scheduling. I don't even have to do that, you
Yeah.
know? And I think
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Awesome. Thank
It's amazing. I
you.
don't even think I
Thank
got a
you.
chance to talk about everything. That's how good it
No,
is.
and because I said, listen, the event itself, I'm gonna have to just be
Yes.
papering
Yeah.
my own self. But I thank you so much
Yes.
for popping in to talk about it. And I think a lot of people will find this very useful. So thank you.
I really hope so. I mean, it'll be honestly their loss if they don't use it. I feel like
Thank you.
I have never in my mind would
Awesome.
imagine, when you were working on it, I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. But this is not great. This is like, what? And I'm so grateful that I'm able to use this because now I can go look at the information and I can say this many births ended up in vaginal births and this many births we are breastfeeding still and I can see the change in my community that we're doing. It's not even just about funding.
Yep.
I need to know if we're really making an impact. I need to
Yep.
know besides what all of these
These
stats that we're getting
metrics.
from like
Hmm.
the net.
Hmm.
It's so fast. I need to know what's
Hmm.
happening here
Yeah.
in my
Mm.
state,
Yep. Yep.
and
Awesome.
specifically with people that are not being tracked, like
Yep.
people that are
Those
overlooked.
communities left out. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
The
Yes. Yes.
youth, I can track their growth in learning through this as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
So
Thank
thank
you. Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you. Thank you.